Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. What about you?
I'm good too. Thank you for asking. Uh, so, Partha, where are you from and what do you do?
Mm, Okay, I am working as an accountant. I'm
Okay.
from West Bengal. Where are
Okay.
you from?
My name is Fatima. I'm from Bangalore. Have you
Okay.
been to Bangalore?
No, I've never been. But some of my friends live there.
Okay. I know some friends from West Bengal also, and they keep telling me about the food there, especially the sweets in West Bengal. So I'm a huge fan of rasgulla and rasmalai. I know it's a stereotype, but I really enjoy sweets from West
Yeah,
Bengal.
Rasmalai and Rasgulla have various type of flavor.
Okay, yes. Do you like the food there? What do you think is the best part about West Bengal?
Best part of West Bengal that our culture. I really like to know about Rabindranath Tagore and
Yes.
Satyajit Ray.
Yes, I think one Oscar winner and one. What did he win? Did he
Satyajit
get the
Ray
Nobel Prize?
he got Nobel in 1913 for Gitanjali.
Okay. Yes.
Yes,
Rabindranath.
do you know one of movie? It's about a small lifetime about Satyajit Ray, and now it's making. So it's the actor exactly look like Satyajit Ray.
Oh, are you talking about the
It's
Netflix series, or is it a movie?
which one?
This movie that you're talking
No,
about
no, 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 no. It's a
Satyajit Ray?
Satyajit Ray. I mean, sort of biography. It's type of. It's
Okay.
actually, he got Oscar for Pathar Pachale movie, and
Yes.
how he made that film, and till the beginning, scratch from the Oscar. So how his
Wow.
lifetime journey. So
Wow.
it's
I would
about
love
that.
to watch this movie. Do you know the name of it?
It's Aparajita.
Suparajita. That's
It's
great.
Aparajita. Actually, it's also a movie directed by Satyajit Ray.
Okay.
But it's Aparajito. It's actually that's called it's you are how I say it in English. Mm, mm,
Like Stranger?
you never want to lose or something.
Okay. Suparajit.
You
That's
always
a
want to
great
win. So
that's a great word, and thank you so much for
it's
telling me
concurrent.
about it.
That's concurrent that world. So it's that type of.
That's beautiful. So you
Uh,
seem to
have
be
you
yes.
have you ever written a Satyajit Ray story or watch any
I
film?
I haven't watched any film of his, but I went to a film appreciation workshop once where they were discussing Pathar Panchali and Satyajit Ray and how he's one of the, jewels of the film industry when it comes to India. But unfortunately, I haven't watched the movie yet, but I will definitely watch it this week now that it has come up. I think it's high time. So you seem to
Actually,
be an
he
admirer.
have various type of talent. Like
Yes?
he's a
What
writer,
the what the
director,
okay.
and he can play piano, and like to draw anything he like to draw. He can,
Wow.
and so yes, various type of talent he have, and he is excellence and all type
In all of the fields.
of the fields, all fields.
That's great. Are you an artist also?
Sometimes I like to draw, but not regular basis.
Okay, okay.
So
Because you
what
seem to
are
be
your hobbies?
admiring. I really like to write, and I would also like to, take pictures and take videos. So now I'm kind of getting into filmmaking. So I've been studying it a little bit, but
Wow,
I have,
that's
yes,
great.
I haven't.
So you
Yes,
must watch that movies.
I will. That's why I made a
Actually,
note
how
of
he
it before.
direct that film, it's actually the picturesque in that movie. It's
Okay. Do
everything.
you have any other suggestions also, like apart from Satyajit Ray, because he's more well known? Do you know any lesser known filmmakers in from
No,
West Bengal?
no, filmmakers also on name is Mrinal Sen.
Okay,
He
and
is also
also.
a good filmmaker, but what happened actually lack of money, so lack of uh, so he don't get any producer that of he can't make that type of film that he want. So if you
Okay,
watch his film, you can realize that how he great filmmaker he was.
okay,
So that
okay.
one of the greatest thing. And
That's really
who
good
is
to
your
see.
favorite director
Mine,
in Hollywood?
well, I don't really know. I can't really pick one. I really like Spike Jones a little bit, Martin Scorsese, um, of course Christopher Nolan when it comes to modern
Christopher
sci-fi.
Nolan.
Yes. So some
Christopher
of
Nolan
them
is
I don't
expensive
really have
thing.
one. Yes, yes. Now I heard that for his recent movie, they got an actual aeroplane and they crashed into the aeroplane
Yes, yes, yes.
for
He
Tenet.
don't like to stunt and it's like much more original.
Yes, yes. So, do you like spend your spare time writing also? Have you ventured into writing?
Sometimes I like, but nowadays I like to watch movies.
Okay, that's great. And how does your current journey with Clapingo been like for the how long have you been with us for?
Okay, absolutely. From end of June.
Okay, that's about time when I joined Clapingo also. So have you seen
Okay.
the progress with the way you speak and how it has
Yes, yes,
affected
yes,
you?
yes, yes, yes. I have seen because in the scratch that time I joined, I can't speak so easily, and that time I looking here and there, so find
Hmm.
out the exact word. So sometimes it pronunciation mistake also, and
Uh-huh.
later I try to uh, try to uh,
Okay.
overcome that situation, and
Yes.
so it's slowly
That's great. I'm so
try to.
happy to hear that you yourself are saying earlier I couldn't speak, but now I can speak in a flow and have a conversation without having to think, am I saying it right? So that's great progress. You should be
And
very proud of yourself.
yes, and one director I forgot. Have you watched Psycho movie?
Is it American Psycho, the Hollywood movie, or just Psycho?
No, 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 no. American Psycho is one movie, but not that one. It's 1960 movie.
Okay, I think I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it. What is it about?
That I forgot the director name.
Okay, but I will write the movie down. Psycho.
Yes, he
Okay.
also one of the greatest director, and
Okay, who's your
his
favorite?
own movie also Dial M for Murder. Yes, my favorite Satyajit Ray.
Wow. Okay. I should definitely watch him then.
Because you know that one of the Satyajit Ray writing a story. It's
Mm-hmm.
about its name is Bunku Bandhu.
Okay.
Bunku it's a one person name and the friends
Mm-hmm.
of Bunku. So the
Okay.
its friends actually mention one type of alien.
Uh-huh.
He came to the earth and
Okay.
somehow Bunku was not like he's the type of very silent kind of person and
Okay.
everyone started mocking with him. And so
Okay.
that time when the alien came, so he's said Bunko that don't like that. If anyone mocking with him, you try to respond that
Mm-hmm.
you fight with that. So that Bunko become changed. So Steven Spielberg, the Hollywood director, E.T. You know that movie E.T.
I was just saying it is so like ET. So I think
Yes,
the original came from
that
Satyajit
that
Ray.
yes. E.T. the movie, and later it's copy from Koi
Did
Mil Gaye.
he? हाँ कोई मिल गया. But did he ever get royalty for his story? Did he pay him? Did he approach him, or
So
did he?
I think it's not the about royalty because that time it's anyone not so much conscious about that. like
About the
nowadays.
intellectual
It's a
properties.
royalty, yes. So it's a drawing also. The alien draw by Satyajit also.
Wow, that is so good to hear because I when you said Satyajit Ray,
Yes,
I assumed
if you can search on internet, you can record the story
yes, I've written the
with
name
that.
Bankur Bandhu. So at the end of this class, I'm going to look up everything that you've told me, and it's a lot of rich information coming from Satyajit Ray. I didn't expect him to write a story about aliens because I would expect somebody like more contemporary to be writing that.
No,
So it's very
everyone
interesting.
knows him. He is
Mhm.
a film director, but he
Mhm.
also a great writer also and great painter also as well.
Wow, I didn't know that. So that is news to me. So.
Once upon a time, he did. He was doing a film. So
Mhm.
that time, it's also the time schedule. You work complete on that time. So that
Mhm.
time is producer is the West Bengal government, the film
Oh,
producer. So
okay.
that's a complete time because that time when his shooting is going on, that time need a postal stamp for the
Oh,
shoot.
okay.
But the
Okay.
post office was closed that time.
Okay. Okay.
So somehow he draw that postal stamp
He
and he
drew it.
managed that. And
Oh
yes,
my
yes, yes.
God.
And the that film is complete later. So they are compare with that original poster and the exact same.
Wow. That's the dedication it takes, right? I feel like it's a lot of hustle also that people don't see. There is so much that where you have to overcome your fear so many times and just, jugaad it. So it's really
Yes,
great to
yes,
hear
yes.
the
Like
stories about
if there is a will, there is a way, right?
yes, and also necessity is the mother of invention.
Yes, yes, yes.
Exactly.
And
That's true.
Satyajit Ray,
Mhm.
uh, father also a poet.
What's
Father
his
also a
name?
poet. Satyajit Ray,
Oh,
father name
his.
is Sukumar Ray.
Okay.
And his grandfather name is Upendra Kishore. He also a author.
Okay.
He
A
was a
little bit
author.
like Amitabh Bachchan's grandfather also. He was also a poet.
Okay.
How do you know so much about Satyajit Ray? Did you read a book about him, or is it just from the movie that you watched?
So from childhood days, he
Mhm.
write a detective character. It's named
Mhm.
Feluda. It's actually the real name is Pradosh Chandra Mitra. So I
Okay.
really yes, it's a detective character. So I really
Okay.
like to read about that, and he solved many type of mystery, and his writing skill is very different. You can indulge in that story. So
Wow.
that how I know. But later when I know about that, he did much more thing because
Mhm.
in you can pick up one great legend. So he or she is a uh, legend in one field, particularly one field. He's a great director
Mhm.
or writer, but Satyajit is not like that. He is a different variety of thing. He knows.
Intelligent.
So that's why. And Sarachandra Chattopadhyay, have you read the Sarachandra Bunkim Chandra?
Bankim I've read, Bankim Chandra Chakra,
Which one?
Bankim Chandra, because I remember this name because I heard it in a Hindi
Kapal Kundal.
poetry. What is Kapil Kundu?
Kapal Kundal is a great work of Bunkim Chandra. So
I've heard this name. It definitely rings a bell, but I can't place it. I think it's
if
Hindi.
you must see watch Sarachandra movie, Devdas you watch, right?
Yes, I think so. I think I remember it from Hindi class also. If he's written something and I've read it, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. The name is so familiar on my tongue. So, does he also make movies?
No, no, no. He's just a writer. Bunkim Chandra Sarachandra and Rabindranath Tagore also he read some song lyrics
Hmm.
and he is a great poet and author also. He write very good author actually,
I feel like
and
the art
very great
and
meaning.
literacy. Yes, for
Yes,
sure. I only read a little bit of Gitanjali. some time ago, but the way poets play around with words, I really appreciate because it's so metaphorical and so on
Rabindranath
point. I
Tagore
mean,
is
I
another
don't have
level.
words. Yes, for sure, for sure. Apart from Rabindranath Tagore, do you read any international poets?
Uh, International. No, I don't like to poet, but I like to write stories. So
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite is the Indian author R.K. Naran.
Oh, Malgudi Days.
Yes, Malgudi Days I like. It's a short type of story, different type of story. But the guide, have you read that?
No, I've heard of the guide, but I don't think I've read it.
This
The
one
guide.
is very beautiful story.
Okay. I've read The Dark Room by R.K.
Dark
Narayan.
room, yes.
Yes, it's about
Dark room is cover page also the black type of, so it
what?
describe the dark room,
Okay.
the cover page.
Okay. Yes, yes. I remember reading it way back, and it was beautifully written. And like you said, R.K. Narayan is one of your favorite writers, and I feel like you have really great taste in art because you are naming all of the, classic, not just classic, the OG, we would say, original, proper artists. So your taste in art is great. Maybe you should start curating in some way, all of the great books, all of the great movies. It could be possible with, so much technology. So I feel like you have so much knowledge and taste about these things. You should definitely put it out, at least in a blog or any format. That would be great because as you were speaking, I wrote down like I think 10 names. So yeah, you should do that. You should share the
Who
all
who
of
is
your
your favorite
favorites.
author?
My favorite author, I don't really have one favorite, but I've read a lot of Julian Barnes, Khaled
No,
Hosseini.
it's a detective type of, right?
Not really. He writes
Adventure
more
kind of.
about not even adventure. So he won Man Booker Prize in 2000, I think, and the book it was for is about memory and how people, when we forget things, we replace our memory with imagination. So what we recall could not always be the truth. It could be just our imagination also. So that was the concept of that movie. I mean that book. So one of my favorite authors. Also, I like Khalid Hosseini just for his way of
Khalid is
writing.
the Thousand Splendid Sun,
Yes,
the
yes,
Kite Runner. Yes,
yes, and a couple of
Khalid Hosseini. I watched one video of Khalid Hosseini.
mhm.
He told that uh, book wider imagination power. It's
Book.
book widen our imagination power.
Yes,
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 we never feel alone, and
that's
we
true.
live with some character. So
It's literally
yes,
like
and
living out
his
those lives.
yes, his writing also very good, and how he tell about the Afghanistan culture and the how the
Exactly.
women are separated and they're not go, go outside from
Hmm.
their house, and they are not
Yes,
what I can say make up so much. So it's that kind of, and
the
boys
Sharia law.
sometimes of their long type of beard, that type of thing.
Yes, that was very prominent, and I love how he put these stories in our head because till this date, when I drink chai, I think about those two ladies drinking 3 cups of chai and having conversations, and I try to do that too. I make a big deal out of my chai time just because of that book and the impact it had on me. So that's really great that you two read and you appreciate the finer things in life. Since we are almost coming towards the end of our session, I'll give you some feedback for the conversation that we've had so far, and then we can get back to chatting. All right. So,
Okay.
firstly, I want to say, Partha, I really love the conversational skills you have. when it comes to things that you like to talk about, and you really understand storytelling from an insider's point of view, and the way you speak kind of reflects it. So I'm really proud of how far you've come and the way you are holding a conversation. So you should be, feeling good about it. So a couple of pronunciational errors that I picked up here and there that we can work on gradually. You don't have to, make it, oh, I'm feeling bad about it. So the first thing, I don't know if you've heard it before, is when you say the F sound. So it is like when you're saying friends or when you're saying film, it is
Friends.
sometimes, yes, too exaggerated. Like, for example, instead of friends, you would say friends.
Oh,
Okay,
actually,
film,
sounds
film.
go on the flow. So that's
Yes,
why.
exactly. See, flow. So I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying you're committing a wrong thing, because the way we speak is very personal and affected by our dialect, and it isn't
Yes,
wrong, is
yes,
what I'm
yes.
saying. But if you're using Clapingo to even out these creases in your pronunciation, then this would be, really fine tuning and scrutinizing, and this is could be better. So instead of friends, we can try to say friend, like emphasis on the F a little less. Basically, friends,
Okay.
film, for, flow.
Flabbergasted.
Yes, there you go. So, just one thing you need to keep in mind. The other pronunciational error I felt was when you said here and there. Okay, so I felt like you were saying it as here and there. So small
Here and there.
here, here.
Here, here,
Okay, so
here.
this would
Oh,
be
here will
here.
listen.
Yes, here and here
Yes.
have the same sound. So this is here,
Okay, okay.
here, and here. Both are the same.
Okay.
Okay, so when you say come here and touch my hair, okay, so don't mix the both and say come here and touch my hair. So just try to work on that, the here sound and the F sound. Apart from that, you use some really great words I felt when you said that, books widen our imagination. Even though you were quoting it, that was really great phrase. So this is all the feedback that I have for you today. I don't really want to go over all the minor things for today. I want you to focus on like one or two things. One more word that I felt that you were mispronouncing was later. I felt like you were
Later.
saying it as letter. No. Try to expand the lay part, like later,
Later.
later. Yes. And the R a little less emphasis, not like later.
Later.
So,
Okay.
okay.
Later.
Try not to roll that R. Later,
Later.
later,
Later.
later. Yes.
Okay.
That's perfect. So again, there's no wrong or right way to say words, because English is a really complicated language like that. These are just, suggestions and tips I'm giving you if you want to speak, in a certain way, as in
More
a refined
fluently.
manner. Yes. Conversation wise, idea wise, you're definitely on the right path. I would also encourage you to continue writing, because sometimes when we are speaking a mother tongue, our thoughts come to us in the mother tongue, and then we have to translate in our head and then say it out. So the idea is to sort of have control in the voice in the head, so you're thinking in English also, so you don't have to give yourself the trouble of translating. So whenever you're having conversations with yourself, try to make it in English. If you want to express, try to write down and have a journal in English. This will really help your learning curve, and you've come so far. So there's only longer and longer to go and higher places to be. Do you have any questions for me or anything that you want to ask?
No, nothing else.
Okay.
So, can I know what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie, that's really hard. Okay, there's this one movie called Franklin. I don't know if you've seen it. It's FANK Klyn. It's not IN, it's Y. Franklin. And I
It's
think it
about
was made. It's a very weird movie. I think it follows the lives of three characters who are living in different, geographical locations. Some are living in a imaginary world also, and how their lives are interconnected.